Holding tokens and hoping for a price increase is so last bull run. Real wealth comes from making your crypto work for you, and in this video I'll show you how. And extra special bonus alpha on how yield farming on Cardano is better than other blockchains. Hi, I'm Linda, and if you want to see more content like this, please consider delegating to my MALU pool or to me as a Cardano DRep. Links are in the description. And a quick reminder, this is not financial advice, just my personal thoughts. Always do your own research. Decentralized exchanges need liquidity to function. Without it, traders can't swap tokens easily, and that's where liquidity providers come in. They supply the funds and, in return, earn a share of the trading fees and bonus rewards through yield farming. So, first I'll walk you through how the process works, and then we'll dive into how to choose the right pools, manage risk, and boost your yields. I'll show you how to yield farm on MinSwap, but the same principle applies to most DEXs. Now, you can add liquidity to any liquidity pool, but not all liquidity pools have the ability to yield farm. However, every liquidity pool, yield farm or not, earns trading fees. So even if you do choose one that isn't a yield farm, you will still earn some fees every time a swap is made. And to find out which pools offer yield farming, simply click the Earn tab and the Farm tab, and you'll see all of the yield farms there. Each farm provides different types of rewards, so it is a good idea to check what rewards your tokens of choice provide. You can do this by opening the Rewards tab. Alright, with that out of the way, let's get down and dirty and put those tokens to work. The first step is to deposit liquidity into the DEX. To do this, you have to click the Earn tab and select Liquidity. Liquidity is added in a number of ways, but one of the easiest has been introduced by the majority of DEXs, and that is to zap in your liquidity. Previously, users had to deposit an equal value of tokens, say $100 of FLDT and $100 of ADA. Now, users can just add $200 of ADA, and the pool will split the values as required. Both options are available to you here, so if you already have both tokens, you can add them in the Deposit tab. Or if you only hold ADA or the other token, then you can use the Zap In feature. It's totally up to you. After zapping tokens in, the protocol will send you some liquidity pool tokens in return. These LP tokens represent your share of the liquidity pool and are incredibly important. They're basically your receipt, and you'll need them when you get your tokens back out again. Keep in mind that at this point you're only earning trading fees. To earn yield, you must then stake these liquidity pool tokens to the DEX. So, step 2. You have to open the Earn tab and click Farm. Find the pool that you added liquidity to and then hit Stake. Then simply open a farming position by depositing the LP tokens into the yield farming pool. Your LP tokens receipt will now leave your wallet as your tokens have been staked, so don't worry, they're not lost. Once the tokens are in the farm, you'll start earning yield in a number of ways. The first one is through trading fees. Each time a swap is performed, you'll earn a portion of the fees from the swap. Next, some farms will earn DEX tokens, in this case MIN, and some Cardano protocols will incentivize liquidity with their own tokens too. An example of this is Fluid tokens. So if you provide FLDT liquidity, Fluid tokens will pay you more FLDT to do this. And here's the alpha on why Cardano is better than other blockchains for liquidity provision. Since Cardano is a proof-of-stake blockchain, providing liquidity with ADA as one of the token pairs opens up another revenue stream, as the ADA in the liquidity pool can be staked. Farmers can then earn ADA on top. So, with all of these revenue streams combined, it is common to see sustained APRs as high as 40 to 50%. So that's the how and the why. Now let's talk about which ones to choose. Most Cardano DEXs offer yield farming opportunities, with the best yield being found on MinSwap. SundaeSwap, VyFi, CSWAP, and WingRiders all also offer good returns on various tokens on their platforms, with each having different distribution and earning/boosting methods. So make sure you shop around, as some DEXs may have better yields than others on certain tokens. Now, how do you choose the right token to yield farm? Surely it is just as easy as selecting the farm with the highest yield, right? But quite simply, no. It is smart to look at tokens that are fairly stable in price, because there's no point in providing liquidity to a project that is offering 50% yields if the price has gone down 90% in the last month and has no sign of stopping, because impermanent loss will slap you hard. And here's another thing to look out for. If they're offering massive incentives and high yield farming rewards, the sell pressure from those rewards will also be equally as high. And so the token that you're being paid in may tank in price and impermanent loss slaps you again. It's also a good idea to pay attention to the yields over time. Token rewards or emission amounts are usually a fixed number, so while a new pool may offer really high APYs while the liquidity is low, as the pool fills up, the rewards are spread over more users and the APY will drop quite quickly. And it may drop to a point where it doesn't cover the impermanent loss or meet your yield farming goals. So, to sum this up, your safest bet are stable farms, meaning stablecoin pairings, whether that's USDM, USDA, IUSD, JET, or bridge stablecoins like USDC. Here you won't get hit with impermanent loss. However, keep in mind that bridge stablecoins do come with their own risk of simply being a bridged asset. In second place are stablecoins and token pairings, as you're only dealing with one volatile asset. And the riskiest are two token pairings, as impermanent loss hits you the hardest here, especially if they move in opposite directions. So when you do this, make sure to do your research on the project and check the price history, and of course you want to look for high yields to offset any losses. If you're not quite sure what impermanent loss is, I have made a quick explainer video and linked it below, and you can always use the impermanent loss formula to calculate any losses. Now let's cover how to harvest our hard-earned rewards into our wallet. Click Earn and then Farm. Search your farm and then click on the rewards window and select Harvest. Or you can also just click the multi-harvest tab. Select the farms that you want to harvest and select Harvest. It's that simple. Now, I know the temptation is to harvest often, but this is not a good idea. There are usually some sort of fees during the harvest process, as well as the fees when you go to sell any rewards. These fees can really eat into what you have harvested. Depending on the size of your farm and the amount of rewards accumulated, I usually wait around 1 to 3 weeks. The higher the APY, the more often you can harvest. And when you decide that you have finished doing a hard, honest day's work of yield farming and you want to get your tokens back, navigate to the farm that you use. Click Withdraw, select 100% as this withdraws your entire position, and select Withdraw. This will harvest any rewards that you have accrued, as well as sending your LP tokens back to your wallet. That receipt you can't lose, remember? And so to convert those LP tokens back to normal tokens, click Earn, click Liquidity, select the LP tokens that you want to remove, and then click Remove. In the same way that you zapped in, you can zap out directly into ADA or your protocol token of choice. If you choose the first tab, then it will give you a 50-50 split of ADA and protocol tokens. Click Remove Liquidity and then sign the transaction. And that's it, we have come full crop circle, and hopefully you have earned a little bit of extra corn on the side. And before we wrap up this video, I just want to quickly cover a few more little points. Yield farming is designed to offset impermanent loss on volatile tokens when the trade volumes and liquidity are still quite low. So as time goes on and prices stabilize and liquidity deepens, protocols will aim to lower or even remove yield farming altogether, as free tokens usually harm the token's price. So mature DEXs aim to rely solely on trade fees, as this is much healthier for the ecosystem overall. And as I already mentioned before, we are lucky that we get to sprinkle a little bit of ADA on top of those fees due to Cardano's unique ability to stake ADA that is locked inside smart contracts. And again, I have used MinSwap as an example in this video, but there are some differences between DEXs, so please make sure that you join that specific DEX's socials and learn about the differences with that specific DEX. So, for example, VyFi is non-custodial with their yield farming, so they do not need the extra step with staking the LP tokens to yield farm. CSWAP offers variable zap out when withdrawing liquidity, which can allow, for example, a 75 to 25% ADA token split. I mean, if I tried to cover all DEXs, then we would be here until the cows come home. But I have made a DEX comparison video that I have linked below if you want to check it out. And that's it for today. I hope you found this video useful, and make sure to share some of your favorite strategies in the comments below, because sharing is caring. I'll catch you in the next video. Bye!